Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.bstownmedia.co.za.
Asibheke wena ukuthi wena uzophela lapha ngithi. So ngifuna ukushumayela abantwana bami.
Yeah, any school is a system, and the system consists of many parts. So you've got teachers, you've got the school governing body, you've got the principal, you've got the learners themselves, you've got the admin staff, and unless they all work together and each one does their bit and they do it correctly, the whole will not work.
If everybody does what they're supposed to do, I'm telling you, we'll get it right in any sphere of life. Look, our motto is we triumph in unison in the school. We work as a team in everything we do. The general workers, they know your work is a general work. Just make sure that the environment is conducive for teaching and learning. The teacher, just make sure that that poor African child is taught. The cook, just make sure that you cook a decent meal for these kids. Everybody.
It's a wonderful synergy. Many times when we go to help either in communities or somewhere, people see us as intruders. Somebody who's coming and somebody, maybe because they have money or they think they know stuff, they're going to do X, Y, and Z. But this has been, what can we do together to make a difference in the educational outcomes of our kids?
When I first met Square, he himself and the late Minister Pando and the late Bani were reporting directly to OR, and they were already working with us as academics in the country on what are the alternatives for South Africa. In education, all educationists will tell you the first 5 years, to a very large extent, determines the future of the child. A child who ends up with distinctions and bachelors, it doesn't start at grade 10, 11. It starts off in the primary school. So if you get it right there, so you need to lay a very solid foundation so they can themselves carry themselves up. ECD for me, it's like soil preparation. If you're going to get your harvest right, you must get your soil ready. If it's not right, you think you can plant and get a good harvest out of sand, which you have not prepared adequately, you are also too late to get results.
Firstly, we must understand that the school governing body is a government of a school. The government of the school, as compared perhaps to the government of the country, is to formulate laws. But in schools, then we formulate policies that will enable the school to run professionally, the school to be able to account, the school to run, to protect the interest of the children, the interest of the parents, the interest of the teacher, the interest of the community, the interest of the society. Over and above that, then it ensures that now it mobilizes the parents to ensure that now through parents then we are able to support our children.
To start with Ivory Park, I think it was an excellent school to come to. We knew that to launch this thing, we've got to do it at a school, not at 44 Main Street, our offices, not at the DBE in Pretoria, but at a school. And what better school than Ivory Park? If this program is to succeed, every school has to own it. And to own it, they have to want to. So we're going to look at all that. And we're going to see that it's only those schools that are the poorest of the poor that we help, because it is there where the worst results have been showing up so far. So we want that to improve.
Thank you very much. The Ivory Park.
Yeah, you see what our sector, because it affects a child and it's a holistic demand, we find ourselves distracted by lots of things which are not necessarily our core business. We're to look at transport, feeding, well-being of learners, safety. And by the time we are done with those things, sometimes there's very little time left for us to conceptualize and think through education-specific matters. And this project is helpful in that sense. It's not talking infrastructure, it's not talking everything else. It's talking about learning and teaching, which is our core business.
Alone, I don't think I will manage. I don't think if I had all the weapons in the world to achieve, I will. But it's a collective effort from the parents, from learners, from teachers, from the Department of Education. So the recipe for this school is just teamwork.
You know, in education, all educationists will tell you the first 5 years, to a very large extent, determines the future of the child. A child who ends up with distinctions and bachelors, it doesn't start at grade 10, 11. It starts off in the primary school. So if you get it right there, you're home.
Now we have to reimagine and say, what could mining be? What could mining do for us? What could mining do for our kids? What could mining do for our communities? And this is part of that reimagining.
Being inside the sector, you know, it's about everything. It's about children's safety, their well-being, their health, their values, their norms. It's everything else. You just need about everybody to raise this most important asset, which is the child. And when the private sector comes, it really hurts my heart that to get people appreciating that this is not a government's responsibility, it's a national responsibility. If you can really do the best for a child, you've done the best for the nation, because that's your future.
For more stories like these, go to www.social-tv.co.za, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on our social mediums.